Hi there, well for those of you that have seen my other cruise ship video, which was immensely popular, here we are going to be doing a second video. We're on board the Norwegian Epic, standing outside the Epic Theatre, and I'm going to take on a real time walk around through the ship to give you a feel if you want to take a cruise on this vessel. Right, the first place is the theatre, and this is where they have their production shows. You've got Burn the Floor and Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. We saw that the other night, and it was a top quality entertainment. It's not the biggest cruise ship theatre, but I think generally the thing with Norwegian is that they go for quantity of entertainment rather than quality. It looks like they've got a film going on here in that moment. There's no balcony, it's all on one level, but it holds, I think, about just shy of 1,000 people. This is the main entrance. You've got the Spiegel tent over there, which I think the doors are shut at the moment, so we can't go in there. But in there they do a dinner show that you do have to pay a little bit extra for. We saw that; it's very good. There's two. They have standard seating with slightly restricted views, and better seating for a different price. But yes, very recommended. What we're going to do, we will come back to this deck. We're now going to go down these stairs. Don't think we missed anything there. So that was deck 5. I think we're now going down to deck 4. So in here we have for 6 months to 3 years old. There's a children's room which basically has various play stuff in there. It's not supervised, so you do have to stay there with your parents, but it actually worked well for us because we are travelling with a 2-year-old. If we go through here, you'll see on the left hand side we've got the library and internet cafe, and then we come to the standard photo shop. As you can see, it's all gone digital, but one good thing which they haven't had on other cruise lines that we've travelled with is on your cruise card you have a folio number, and they have a folder, you can see here, for every single cabin on the ship. So all you need to do is find your folder, and all the photos they've taken of you will be in there. If there's nothing in there, you can always check on computers as well. Right, so as we carry on round here, right, this is we're at the front of the ship at the moment. This is deck 4, and you can see here we're in the art gallery. They do, as they do on any ship, the standard art auctions, and I do believe, no, we're not on the right deck for that, so we'll carry on this way. So yeah, this is a forward elevator. There's only 2 sets of elevators on the ship, one at the bow and one at the stern, or for, in layman's terms, at the front and back, which it does make it a long walk because the ship's about 300 metres long. So we've got one of the speciality restaurants here, the bistro. Can't really comment on those because we haven't been in them. As you can see, they've got, as normal, lots of places to have your photo taken. This is the main atrium. So they have a big screen here, which is where they do sort of trivia, that sort of thing. They show films, sports events. And as you can see, it's quite a large screen there. We've got the shore excursion desk over here, and main guest services, and the atrium cafe. At the moment, you've got your future cruise desk there, and as you can see, at the moment we're somewhere off the coast of Spain. We could see it earlier, you can't. It looks pretty rough out there, but to be honest, we've had, I wouldn't say waves as big as this cruise, but we're back in the Mediterranean and the ship is not rolling around now. We did have about 3 or 4 days where she was rolling quite a lot, and it wasn't uncomfortable, but could have been more pleasant. Anyway, let's carry on. Over there you've got photo studio where you can have professional portraits done. We actually had some family ones done there last night. Completely recommend that. Atrium Cafe Bar. And in front of this you've got the Taste Restaurant, which is one of the main restaurants. There's no cover charge for that one, unless you do the special dishes. First ship I've seen escalators on. I'll take the escalator up here, which is obviously going to take us up and over the Taste Restaurant. And this will bring us up in a second into the casino area. So what we'll do now, we'll come back and see the rest of it, but we're now going to head back towards the back of the ship, and we're now on deck 5, I believe. So as you see, it is, I think it's still one of the largest casinos, let's say. And as we come out here, we walk into the Irish bar, Ocean's, which is pretty much a 24-hour venue. Serves food over on this side. Again, there's no, I believe there's no cover charge for that. And one of the unusual features on this ship, we've just got to have a quick look, is the bowling alley. And it is a full-size bowling alley, as you would expect on land, and can get quite fun when it's a bit rough. Okay, carrying on towards the stern, we are now going back to where we started actually. There's more machines there. On the right hand side here, if you remember the Spiegel tent which we saw at the beginning is now on our left hand side. In here at the moment they're doing the Winter Cruise Bingo, so this is the Headliners Comedy Club where they show various comedians, and they do the Howl at the Moon show, which is 2 pianists who will basically play anything you want, and if they don't know it, they will try and learn it for you. Do suggest give them a tip, makes them play your request a little bit faster, but absolutely had excellent night, highly recommended. Anyway, we'll now go down to deck 6, up to deck 6 even, and what we'll do here is we'll show you the outer deck. Now, I like a promenade deck on a ship. This ship does have one. And to be honest, this is probably the first time I've walked out here. My only reservation with this deck is the lifeboats are, as you can see, already in their launching position, which means that you don't get clear view out to sea. Now, I reckon that there's pros and cons for that for both. In the very unlikely event of an emergency, obviously the lifeboats are already in position, and you know, you can make a quick exit from the ship, which I think is a fair compromise for a nice view. Let's have a walk down there, because I haven't actually walked around this deck yet. Other than this was the deck that when we first embarked the ship, this is where they brought us on. Which I've got to admit wasn't quite the wow moment that you get on some other ships when you first walk onto them. But no, there's still plenty going on. And I think I always like to give you a walk down this deck because it gives you a true scale of the size of the ship. Looking at the arrows down here, I think they use this as a running track. I'll tell you a lie, there's a break in the lifeboat, so we can now actually see out to sea. And there we go. Anyway, let's carry on. Registered in Nassau, as many cruise ships these days are. Interesting to see where this leads us, because this is a bit of an adventure. do need to remember that I haven't done the half bit of the deck downstairs yet, so we'll go back down there in a minute. If you spot yourself in this video, by the way, on YouTube, please do so. So now, apparently if you're jogging, you have to do a U-turn here, so it's not a wrap-around promenade deck, which again, I like on other ships I've been on, but it's not the end of the world. I think that one's a crew area. Okay, that one looks a bit safer. Right, I don't think we did the forward part of this deck, did we? So if we go down again, right, so now we're at the forward part of deck 6, yeah, deck 6. So this is the other end of the casino. So back through the forward lifts. You've got a Chinese restaurant over there, and this was a new addition to the ship when she was recently refurbished. Is the replica of the famous Liverpool Cavern Club, which I don't think we might be able to get in there. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry. We've got a guitar there. We're still trying to work out whether Paul McCartney actually played that one or not, but and there's a very debatable sculpture. No, that's a private event in there, so I can't actually take you in there to see it, but I'm sure I will try and find a bit of my other video where we have been in there and give you a flavour of what goes on. What did we miss here? We've got at the front there's a little bar here in the Atrium, the Manhattan Room, which is the other main dining restaurant. Again, we can't go in there, but there's we're at the back of the ship at the moment, and if you sit at the back of there, then there's there's large windows that look out over the back of the ship, and they do sort of put on entertainment while you're eating, so you get some tasters of the main shows. They have like the Burn the Floor people they've had in there, and other singers and pianists. I think let's just walk through here. This is the other end of the casino. I mean, it is a massive casino, and if you're into that sort of thing. Try not to say too much because I don't think you're allowed to film in here. But this is the main atrium, with the main atrium sculpture. Again, on other ships, their atriums have gone up, you know, throughout the entire ship and have glass lifts and that. But that's not to detract from the experience. Anyway, we're now on deck 7, I think. I'm losing count now. And this is the ice bar, so we haven't done it. So I had to pause it because we bumped into my son. What's down there, Joe? What's that?
That's the escalator.
That's the escalator, is it? Okay. Alright, that's always in the way on a ship this size, but you bump into people that you know, in the least expected places. Anyway, I will just add that we don't let our 2-year-old son run around the ship on his own, that my wife was there as well. So, but in case you didn't get it, there's the escalator, and there's the ice bar, which is where we are. Okay, we're going to carry on now. So, we're now entering the shopping area, and at the moment they've got their last day of the cruise tat sale going on. Well, sorry, did I say tat sale? I meant the amazingly good sail because obviously they need to sell everything off before the next cruise. In here we have like the jewellery shop and the clothing shops, perfume shops. There's quite a good shopping area on this cruise, and I actually pressed record. Yes, I have. So I was just wondering. Right. So there's your. This is the best place to get your proper souvenirs from the ship. You know, your branded merchandise and what have you. We've got a. We're now walking above. If you remember, we walked past these earlier, these paintings. That's where the Spiegel tent is, and you can still hear the bingo going on in the lounge downstairs. There's some more shops here with handbags and other lady gifts going on. This bit's a favourite of ours, the bridge. And we're back at the forward set of elevators. We've now got the Bliss Lounge, which is somewhere that, again, I haven't been into, but I believe this was refurbished in the recent dry docking. So I can't really comment on what used to be in here, but I've got a feeling that there might have used to be another bowling alley in here. I'm not sure. The only time we've been in here, it was for the Cruise Critic meet and greet. It's a nice area. I don't know whether these were here before. These sort of these chain things going on all the way around, but very different. Anyway, I think we have now done deck 7, I believe we're at. There are also, at every elevator station, there's these touchscreen things. You've got your normal deck plan, but you've also got an interactive one which you can touch, and you can order your entertainment, tell what's going on, find your stateroom if you've been in the bar a little bit too long, and it will just give you directions to get anywhere on the ship, which I think is a really nice touch. But anyway, let's go up another deck. So this must be deck 8, which I think now we get into the cabin decks. But what I might do here is, no, I won't do it here. So I don't think there's anything on deck 8. What I'll do is I'll do it on deck 13, because deck 13 has something a little bit special. So deck 9. Deck 10. Looks like your art auctioneers are doing something over there. Deck 11. Deck 12. Might do the back deck 12 in a minute. Deck 13. This is where we're going, wasn't it? Right. I'll now show you something special. Looks like a cabin area, doesn't it? And there's no secret that this place exists. You can see why in a minute. There's a big red door in front of us. And if we walk through here, you've got something very special. A bridge viewing room. So for that, and you can see all the maritime details here, and screens from the radar and everything, and all the plaques from inside the ship, which there's not many ships where you can just go and see that. Anyway, that's we walk to the back now. You'll just see how long the ship is. And then we go up at the back there. I think it must be on the starboard side at the moment because we're heading backwards. I mean, you can see that each one of these cabins can hold at least 2 people, possibly up to 4. So, you know, she's got a lot of capacity. And if you think that's the end, you're wrong. Because there's more. As I said, she's a big girl. Aft elevators must be here somewhere. Right. We will get in the lift this time just so that you can hear. Right, so at the front on the port side there's 4 lifts, and 4 lifts port and 4 lifts starboard. And at the back you've got the same, so in total you've got 16 elevators on the ship. But there's nothing in the middle, which is a little bit. So let's go this one. We will go. I can't actually remember what's on deck 14, but let's go and have a look.
Doors closing. Deck 14. Doors opening.
Okay. Well, here we've got the spa, which surprisingly I haven't had a lot of involvement with. Don't actually know how I get out of this area. It's a bit scary. It's a bit more, too many female hormones going on. Right. So we're now at deck 15, which, unless you're posh and have a lot of money, is the top public deck. So we're coming out at the back. We're going to the front in a minute, but you have some, I suppose they're cabanas or something, which are, and then we have the Spice H2O zone, which, if you hate children, is the place to go, because this is the over-18s area, which apparently has the largest screen at sea, which I think is now. To be honest, having a child with us, we haven't been here that often, and the weather's not brilliant, so there's not that many people around at the moment. But we'll just walk round, and from here you'll see that we are on the back of the ship. And there we go. That's the wash coming out at the moment. Behind us, we left Malaga yesterday. We're heading back towards Barcelona. where we have to disembark tomorrow. For any Americans watching, there is no such word as debarkation. I would just like to say that. We've got a couple of hot tubs up here. We'll go up to the sports deck in a minute. But this, to me, is a very traditional back deck that, with its tiered seating, small pool. I believe the pool is hydraulic, so they can bring the floor up if they need to, and they can put shows on here. I don't think they do, but they can do. It's a bit like a poor man's version of the Royal Caribbean back decks on the Oasis class, which I've yet to see. But it's blatantly designed around that. So we'll go up these stairs here. And here you've got hey, do say some food up here. Right, so if we actually look at this, they appear to be showing a live webcam feed of some beaches somewhere for the adults deck. Right, your guess is as good as mine. So, there's one of the waiters. Do you want to say hello? It's for YouTube. No, doesn't want to say hello. Alright, so we're now going upstairs. And there's a big golf ball. That's where all the internet and stuff happens. This is a sports deck, which I think that teenagers tend to use. They've got this spider thing going on, which big slide coming down it. Big full-size basketball court. They've got a comfort fly thing, which they're not using today because it is a little bit windy. And there's the funnels. Have to get there with the NCL going on in a minute. Big speakers up here, another golf ball. And back of the ship again. Little criticism again, but you know, you'd expect them to put a steps in down that side, which I don't think there are.
Are you making a vlog? Are you making a video?
I am.
Can I be in it?
You can. What would you like to say?
Hello, this boat is awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you'd recommend it for
Everyone.
teenagers and little kids?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I reckon this boat is awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's lots of activities.
And anyway, this isn't going quite as smoothly as the last one I did. Nobody understood what vlogs were the last time I did them. Anyway, we are now by the climbing wall. There's a one of the, this ship has 3, I think. That one goes through the back of the funnels, comes out the back. We'll see that in a minute. Because the water slides aren't working today. But I have already done a video of them, so I can probably slot it in somewhere. Anyway, yeah. It's I would say the design of the ship is not brilliant because you have to walk backwards to get back down. But we will now go and see the other decks. Right, so if you remember a minute ago we did walk past the cabanas, that's where we came out the aft lifts just there. So we're now walking back the other way. We saw the climbing wall on that a minute ago. As you can see, they're now above us. And see if I can get a shot of the NCL logo as well. There is oh, this is a teams club. I'm not really going to go in there, but that's, and they've got video arcade and all that. There's your NCL logo. So, right, so now we're coming to the main pool deck. It's time for the Waterslides there. Now this, as far as I'm aware, they're still advertising it that way, but it's the only bowl slide at sea. I mean, I had planned to actually strip off at this point and get on it with the camera, because I have a waterproof camera, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen because it's turned off at the moment. We'll see. But they've also got this green one over there. I mean, that is an awesome to do when you're in the middle of the sea. Amazing. Anyway, they've got three hot tubs over there, 3 hot tubs that side. Got one main pool, another main pool there. It's a reasonable sized pool deck. They've already started putting the sun lounges away because A, it hasn't been the most brilliant. The sun's out at the moment, but it wasn't earlier. But it's also reasonably late in the day. It's about 5 PM now. Right, so plenty of toilets. I'll probably give you a better view of how big that bowl slide is from here. We've got 3 water slides. One of them does go out over the side of the ship. Now, up here, we've got the haven suites. You've got the pool bar here. This is where you get your towels. There are 2 lifts going up here, but I think I'll try. But I don't think my card will allow me to go in them because that's what they call a haven club. And you've got to be special to go in there. Special in a good way, though. Oh, right, it's letting me. Let's go up to deck 18 and see what we get. Wasn't expecting it to let me do this, but. Okay, this is your special bit of the video. Oh no, that's it. No, go away. I don't know. That's probably a better shot of what we've just seen. Anyway, let's carry on walking. Oh, we can go up some more. We can go right up to the top. That way. Oh no, I think the white bits are where the scum aren't allowed. Third class passengers like us. Anyway, let's see. We're now heading towards the front. Now, allegedly this camera's got wind protection. I'm not guaranteeing anything. quiet zone. You be the judge. There's the old radar. It looks like it's closed off today because oh no, it's not going this way. It's getting worse than it was before, but at the end of the day, you're watching this video, if you got this far, it's because you come cruising. And this is why you come cruising, isn't it? So you can't really complain. I'm desperately trying to think whether I've missed anything. Don't think buffet. Haven't been in there yet, have we? Luckily, we are pretty much in the right place. One thing I would say with the ship is if you're travelling with a very young child, under 2 you're not paying a lot, so it's fine. But between 2 and 3, they don't have a lot going on. They could be better. Yeah. Look, there's me. Look at that. Right, so our last stop on this tour will be the buffet. Well, I'm not going to say a lot, but I'll just give you a sample of the food that's on for. They should have the evening buffet on by now, I'd imagine. Oh no, washy lady's not on. Right, so this is a garden cafe that was closed a bit earlier. We're now going to walk in here. Straight ahead of you, you've got not the washy lady. What's the famous phrase?
Washy, washy.
Happy.
Smiley.
Okay, so in here, as you walk in, you've got the salad bar. Loads of salad. We will get the proper washy lady because she deserves to be on this video, but unfortunately she's not very well today. So here we've got ice creams and desserts. More desserts. And then you've got a beverage station on this side. At the moment we are on the starboard side. So we're actually heading towards the back of the ship at the moment. Here we've got a soup station which has various pastas, as you would expect a soup station to have. And pizzas, freshly made pizzas. Head back the other way. We're now heading back towards the front of the ship. seating I thought might be a problem on here, but it's not. We're now walking back towards the main part of the buffet. There is a speciality buffet tonight, and the buffet is grill or something like that. Quite a few mussels there. This looks suspiciously similar to the seafood buffet they had the other night. The beverage station there. Walking over to the other side. We'll show you all the seating. Try not to walk into people. So we're now getting down. These food stations appear to be closed at the moment, but normally they're identical to the ones the other side. So you have your omelette station in the morning or your pizza station. We are now, when you look at Norwegian Epic, you'll see an ugly bit at the front. Right at the top, it just looks out of place, and we're now standing in it. Once you're inside, it doesn't look too bad. Now, I think before the refurbishment, they used to have, whether it was a real or fake tree that came up in this section. It's not there anymore. But downstairs we have a speciality restaurant called Atrium. But if you see, if we look right now, we're basically right as far forward as you can get. And well, it's different because the main buffet is at the front of the ship, which, trust me, gets interesting when she's rolling about. But we've got a beverage station here as well. To be honest, Asian food, they do pretty much any type of food you would like. Would help if I looked at the screen where I'm pointing the camera rather than the floor. Another beverage station here. We're now heading back outside where we've been before. And to be honest, this is the point where I was going to end the video. So what I was going to do was get on a water slide and do that.